Thank you, Valerie. Let's hear it for the matron of honor. And now we'd like to call up the best man, Todd.
Hello, friends. Val's correct. I usually don't use note cards, but after being pushed behind dinner and having 3 more cocktails, I can't promise where this is headed. And I just want to let you know, after speaking at the rehearsal dinner last night, the over-under on swear words is 4. So if you want to get your bets in right now, now's your chance. That boy, Jinx. It's a true honor and a pleasure to be up here tonight as Joe's best man. For those of you that don't know me, you probably met the groom for the first time today as well. Joe and I have literally been inseparable since we first met playing football on the playground at Market Street Elementary. He had a hell of a pair of hands in the 2nd grade. And as he still tells it to this day, if he had only grown to be 6 to 8 inches taller and 40 to 50 pounds heavier, he would have been right at the top of Mel's Best Available in 2004. Now, I've also had the pleasure of knowing Julie since our days together at Glenwood Middle. And Julie, you look absolutely incredible tonight. I'm so happy for both of you. I've never seen Joe happier. And as you know, I'm basically a member of Joe's family. And I know I speak for everyone on his side tonight when I say how incredibly proud and excited we all are to finally be able to officially welcome you to the family tonight. We love you, despite the fact you're a Steelers fan. Joe has always been my best friend. We grew up doing everything together. We've also been roommates. We've traveled all over together. And now we run the best amateur golf tournament in the Midwest together, the Columbus Masters. And we have 6 living Columbus Masters champions here with us tonight. Joe's the most loyal and genuine person I've ever met. He's always been there for me and everyone in my family. And he has been a completely irreplaceable best friend and a true gentleman that I will love till I take my last breath on this earth. And I know he will be a fantastic husband, an incredible father. He'll always be there for Julie and everyone in her family. Cocktails haven't affected me so much. It was almost 5 years ago now that Joe was up giving this toast as I married my beautiful wife, Natalie. Now, I don't know if you all know this, but Joe doesn't exactly like being the center of attention. And when he gets nervous, he gets the sweatiest palms that you can possibly imagine. If you've ever been on an airplane with him at takeoff, or perhaps you interviewed him for a job and shook his hand, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. On my wedding day, Joe and I were in a room together at the front of the church, and I look over and he's pacing back and forth nervously. And I said, Joe, what is wrong? It looks like you're the one about to get married. I said, you gotta relax. This is all gonna be over in 45 minutes, and then Zabal's out there with the Grey Goose and the Crown Royal, and it's game on. And he snaps, and he says, it might be game on for you in 45 minutes, but I've got to speak in front of 250 people tonight. In 15 to 20 years, when I get married, I can't wait to see how you handle this pressure. Well, what I didn't know is when he was doing that pacing, he was making his final speech preparations for the evening. And I can tell you, he gave a fantastic, heartfelt speech. And you have to give Julie a lot of credit for knocking 10 years off of that marriage timeline as well. Now, there's something I want to let everyone in on that was said earlier today in private that may embarrass Joe, but when I heard it, I couldn't believe how well I could tie it into my comments tonight. So I'm going to run with it. before the ceremony, Joe actually seemed pretty relaxed today. He was cracking jokes with the priest. We're in the back room. I checked those famous palms. Not a drop of sweat. So at this point, I figure something's really wrong, or he got his hand on some damn good pills in the morning. And I know that Joe wouldn't do that. So I pulled him aside and I just said, Joe, you gotta be kidding me. Today of all days, the most important day of your life, and you're gonna tell me you're not nervous. And in only a way that Joe can do, he looks me right in the eye, he puts his hand on my shoulder, and says, Todd, when you know you've made the best decision of your life, what the hell is there to be nervous about? And it's on film, too. And I thought it was beautiful and just perfectly expressed how excited Joe was today to marry his beautiful new bride, Julie. Joe, my dad, the great John Spencer, who's here with us tonight, has always thought of you as one of his own sons. And as he always told us growing up, life is to share. You and Julie have a chance to share a beautiful life together. Get out there and live it to the fullest. Each and every person in this room tonight loves you both dearly. And we're all here to make sure that you two get the proper send-off that you deserve. Will everyone please raise your glasses and join me in a toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Delisio, the two finest human beings that I've ever met. God bless Joe and Julie, and God bless the United States of America.
Great job. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Todd. And the matron of honor, what a great job. Next, we would like to ask Joe and Julie onto the dance floor to share their first dance.